In this series, I'm going to walk you through my painting process, where I'm going to be filling up my sketchbook. Since this work was started last year, it already has the face and part of the neck painted, so we're going to paint the rest of the details in this episode. I have my reference photo open on the side, and the link and credits for that are included in the description below. So first, I'm going to do her hair, and for that I'm using mostly the shade of purple in my palette, along with some navy blue to set the first layer. Now the first layer in watercolors is always very diluted. We go from light to dark, so we build it up in layers to add depth. And I've also added a little bit of black to the paint mixture for the hair. And here I'm building it up. Slowly and slowly. And I'm making sure to lock in the water in all the places where the hair is, except for the highlights. I'll do the highlights later so that there's a little shine in the middle of the hair, so that it looks more 3D or more hair-like, like shiny. Now I'm adding more and more black as the layers are building up so that I can darken it. And the strokes are in the direction of the hair, like the way the hair is coming out of the head, the scalp, sorry. While I'm waiting for the hair to dry, I just take out a bit of, since I didn't have a kitchen towel, I took out my toilet roll and I'm using it to dry the brush and take out the pigments and dilute it in the water and use a different color maybe for the sides. Yes, for the sides of our dupatta. It's called dupatta in Urdu and Hindi. It's the veil, for the veil, yeah. So we fill it layer by layer again while the hair is drying. So we work on other parts. That's another tip. You don't have to wait for your painting to dry. You can work on other parts which are kind of far from the part that you're working on. And then we do the major color of the veil, which is orange. And sometimes I like to take the pigment directly from the painting palette and just drop it on the paper directly and then use some water, and then it gives this strong effect which I really like, because I'm a person who likes working quite fast compared to 3 hours. For example, you finish a painting in 3 hours mostly, a watercolor or something, but I prefer working fast for some reason, so yeah, that's my rhythm. So instead of drawing with a pencil, what I like to do sometimes is that I make the details with a little bit of pigment and the water in the brush, and I make them and I let them dry so that I know what I have to work on, what I have to color in. And now we are doing the shades, and this is a brown color that I made from, basically brown is made from blue, red and yellow, and the shade of brown that you get will depend on the shade of blue, red and yellow you have. we do my favorite part, which is the necklace. Now go back to the nose ring again to set in more details and make it look more popping. Look it more popping? To make it look like it's popping out more. Yeah, that. Now to add the cherry on top in watercolors, what I would suggest is that you use other mediums as well. For example, if you have some parts in the watercolor painting that have already have paint in it and you wanted some highlights in it, like whites, you can use gouache for that, or you can use white acrylic for that. Some people call it cheating, but I don't think that's cheating, because like once you've played by the rules, then you can always break the rules, obviously. And what I'm doing here is I'm just using a black watercolor pencil to set in the details of her jewelry to make it look more visible. Now I'm setting in the background with some blue as well as a bit of black. And the tip for that is, when you look at your photo, the part of the photo that is very light, you can make the background next to it dark so that it pops out. And the part of the photo that is very dark, you can make the background next to it light so that, I hope you're understanding this, so that it pops out as well. And voila! Ta-da! It's done! Hope you liked it! See you in the next episode. Till then, take care. I hope you are well.